Hey there, hi there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your love reading for the month of August. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. All right. So up first, you have the Four of Cups. I mean, this is obvious, Sagittarius. Okay, like you gave this person the world. Okay, you gave them everything you had, and they still were never satisfied. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, Emperor energy, Four of Cups energy. Yeah, you're looking for somebody who actually respects you and actually loves you and admires you, sends you flowers, takes you out on a nice romantic date. I'm talking about like a romantic ass date. You're not ordering like just a tiny little salad. You're having like steak, lobster, you're having your pasta, you're having dessert afterward, you're sipping on some wine. Like you're having a really good time here, okay? The Emperor wants you to have a good time. The Emperor wants you to, be on that fantasy fairy tale date that you dream of, okay, that you envision for yourself, okay? Because I feel like you were with somebody. Look, the Emperor is looking over it sideways, like side eye, like shady. Yeah, the Four of Cups is a shady character. He literally sits under the shade. He can't even. Your light bothers him. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a sunny ray of sunshine, and he's just a washed out loser. Okay, so you've got this Four of Cups energy, where you want somebody to be playful with, to joke around with, to have a good time with, all right? So I see that coming in. Oh, yeah, Ace of Cups. This is coming in big time, all right? So you are getting your abundance here. You're getting your emotional fulfillment here from this new relationship coming in, okay? The Emperor is a serious character. They're a real, like, Prince Charming. They're a real gentleman. They want you to feel safe. They want you to feel secure. They want you to go and do your favorite things with them. They want you to be excited to be around them. They love your quirkiness. They love your fun, energetic side. They love everything about you. Yeah, Two of Swords. So in order for you to get to this place where you can now go on romantic dates and you can have fun and let loose a little bit, be yourself. I feel like, because I feel like in your past relationship, you weren't even allowed to be yourself. Like you got judged for being yourself all the time, I feel like you need to you have to put up a boundary here, a wall here, and say, I'm not, put up an X, and be like, I'm not interested in the old guys that I used to date that did not take me seriously, did not respect me as a woman. You have to really think about that. Yeah, Four of Wands. Okay, this is a time of celebration for you. Okay, maybe you're getting a new job, a new car, a new home. You're rejoicing, you're celebrating, you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling confident about yourself, and you don't want someone raining on your parade. Not that they ever could, Sagittarius. They can't take away your power. And I really hate this saying, oh, people can't take away your power unless you give it to them. I feel like people can take away your power because of the society and the world we live in today, even if you don't want them to take your control away. I mean, look, we thought we could we could vote for who we wanted to be in office, but checks out, there's still a lot of misogynistic, psycho, racist losers out there in the world that got what they wanted instead. And it's not like we gave them the control or gave them power. I don't want you to feel like guilty about anything, especially if you go on a date with somebody and when you plan the date, they're charming, they're fun, they're energetic, they love your whole vibe, you get their whole vibe, your energies are there, and then you go out on a date with them and they act withdrawn, they're always on their phone, they act like a jerk. That's not your fault, okay? That's not you giving your power away to them, all right? So that's you just realizing like this person isn't meant for you. But you don't have to worry about that too much, Sagittarius, because I feel like you are going to be enjoying and celebrating things, in this now even. I mean, we're already in August, so it's starting, it's happening right now for you. All right, you're going to be having a good time regardless. Alrighty, yeah, Chariot, Three of Wands. Yeah, you are speeding toward your victory, okay? Your power, your strength here, your ability to see the future and see the endless possibilities that wait you on the other side, okay? You have a huge team here of strong, beautiful, amazing souls that want to support you, that want to love you, that know that you deserve what's coming for you. All right, yeah. Seven of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some pushback, right? There's going to be somebody who's always trying to be a force against you, Sagittarius. I know it's sad but true. It's like there's always those haters out there. There's always those negative energy vibe killers, right? But you know your worth. You know your value. The King of Pentacles is someone who's going to really be like, you know what? This is your fair share. Okay. This is what you deserve. Okay. So forget the haters, forget the pushback, forget all the people that didn't support you, that don't want to see you win, that don't care about your victories, that don't care about your celebrations, that don't compliment you, that don't say congratulations when you've had a huge achievement. Like, I'm going to reward you regardless. Okay. So you're going to be okay no matter what, because you became your own authority figure. You channeled in this King of Pentacles energy into your life. You manifested it. You said, you know what? I know my value. I know what I deserve, and I'm going to go get it. All right. So that's definitely coming in for you. And you're also, if a guy's like, trying to be cheap with you, trying to be shady with you, trying to sabotage you, that's not going to fly. All right. Look at this. You got the Hermit, and you got the Hermit in reverse. Oh, actually, I think it's like this. Yeah. So you got the Hermit here. So you have the star power within you. Okay. If you want to, take your time moving forward and finding the right person, you're not going to just date anybody, right? You're not going to just go out with anybody. You want the right timing here. Okay. I feel like the Hermit is the card of time. It's like when you're your future self, you're older, you're wiser. You'll thank your younger self for being more selective in your choices. Okay. I also feel like, you could be going through like a divorce here. You have the Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you are taking you and your happiness and leaving. Okay, this is your happiness here, your family, all that you've worked for, all of your accomplishments. Okay, you are very intelligent and wise, okay, and very discerning in how you proceed, okay, but sometimes you need to leave a situation in order to gain clarity, okay. This card in reverse shows me that you've already gained clarity, that you've already left the situation behind, that you've already moved on mentally. Okay. Now, emotionally, we've got the Devil in reverse and we've got the Sun in reverse. Okay. So, ideally, you want somebody who is enlightened. You want somebody who is more higher consciousness. They're aware, they're self aware, they take responsibility for their actions. The Sun in reverse is an immature person. Okay. This is the reason why you had to break up with them or get a divorce from them. It's because they were immature. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they didn't take you seriously. They weren't playful and fun anymore. They were like stone cold. I'm getting like stone cold. Like they shut off all light to the relationship, all love to the relationship, and they went straight to, devil energy where it's like, the devil, the devil in reverse is like this person played too much with your heart. They took too much of your time and too much of your energy and left you feeling empty and alone. But you do have the Ace of Cups here, so in the upright position. So it's not like they actually won that battle against you. They actually failed. Yeah, look, you got celebration here. They failed. Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, King of Cups. They failed big time. They couldn't take away your joy and happiness. The King of Cups isn't going to let anybody just come in and take away your happiness, take away all the work that you've done, take away your spiritual work, your emotional work. None of that's going to fly with the King of Cups. All right. Like somebody cannot steal your joy and happiness. They just can't. And yeah, you're going to be upset and sad if somebody hurts you, but it's not going to last forever. Okay. You're not going to let it. Look, Six of Wands. You're like, I'm going to keep riding towards my celebrations. I'm going to keep riding toward my victories. I'm going to congratulate myself. I'm going to throw a party for myself. Like I don't need someone else to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? And it would be nice. It'd be a good gesture, especially from a partner, a life partner, right? Person you're intimate with. But we have these guys today that think they can just get away with doing the bare minimum, and not even that, even sometimes, right? That's not going to fly with you, okay, Sagittarius? Look at this, the Queen of Swords. She's like, no, I don't think so, right? Like, she's like, I got the swift, mighty sword of action here. I'm going to take action here. I'm going to take a call to action here and be like, you know what? No more of that nonsense. No more of that BS. Like, I'm not buying it. Like, this person wants to play mind games. They want to be manipulative. They want to try and say, oh, I didn't do something responsible on purpose in spite of you. And the Queen of Swords is like, we'll see about that. Right? Yeah, death. Yeah, this person has to go through death, right? They have to go through transformation, right? If they want a second chance with you, they are going to have to apologize. That's end of story. It can't just be with words either. It has to be with action. The swords is a card of action. Yeah, Three of Cups. You want the celebration. You want to feel good. You want to feel loved. You want to feel admired. And if this person isn't making you feel this Three of Cups energy, right, then they're not meant for you. Yeah, there's somebody here could be a workaholic, Three of Pentacles. They focus really a lot on their work and they don't focus on the relationship with you. Five of Swords, again, swords, clarity. You're like, you know what? If you're not going to be respectful of me, then I'm going to politely decline your offer of, being intimate with a rude AF motherfucker. Okay? You got the Queen of Wands and you got the Eight of Wands in reversed. Okay? You don't need message. This is a card that says to me, you don't need messages from losers. Okay? You don't need people who don't have the pure intentions, hitting you up, DMing you, leaving you voicemails, texting you, saying nasty responses. Block that shit out. You have a lot of energy in here that's saying block that shit out. Block those negative vibes out. Block that negative energy out. You want messages of love. You want people messaging you being like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. I love your work that you do. I love, your sense of fashion and style. Like, you want hearts, you want likes, you want it all, okay? You don't need somebody commenting on you with nasty ass remarks, okay? For example, I just started a fan page for this show I really like, called Stick on Apple TV, and instantly I got a message from some literally like this old ass boomer loser being like, this show is only about golf. I'm like, this show is about a dad whose son died and now he's trying to help this teenager because he's like, by helping the teenager, it's like he's like helping himself process his son's loss, and like it's just a very deep, more meaningful show than I originally thought myself, because it's like golf, but anyways, but I just had to block that motherfucker out because he's just a negative vibe killer and he's old as fuck boomer loser. Okay, now you have the Queen of Wands. Okay, she's like, I'm not tolerating that stuff anymore. I already got the Queen of Swords here on my side. I already got mental clarity here. I don't need any more nonsense. I'm here to fill my mind with knowledge and wisdom, plant seeds of content, grow, blossom, prosper, and I'm going to block that shit out. Okay? So if you're not receiving messages of love and kindness, block it out. Queen of Cups, block it out. Again, so you're taking care of your mental health. You're taking care of your emotional well-being by not putting up with these losers. Okay? You want a real, authentic, romantic, fairy tale, Hallmark story, love channel, date. Okay, you want to go to the dinner and go see a movie or a show or do something fun and adventurous. Okay, you don't need these losers messaging you being like, oh, you want to send me a pic, oh yeah, you're so hot, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I already know I'm hot. Okay, Sagittarius, you already know you're hot. You don't need to be sending messages to anyone. They need to be messaging you like, I'm going to plan a real romantic date. I am going to take you out and go and have fun with you. Dress up, put on your favorite outfit. Let's go. Let's have fun together, right? That's a real, true romantic date. That's a real, true, normal start of a relationship. Of course, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least you're being respectful of each other. You're honoring and respecting one another. Okay, the Queen of Cups is all about honor and respect. Okay, because that's what real emotional stability begins with, is honor and respect and loyalty too. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. This is a woman who knows her value, knows her worth to a T, okay, Sagittarius? And you know your worth, you know your value, you know what you deserve, right? You can dress up, you can look nice, you can feel amazing, feel like a goddess, feel empowered, feel beautiful, know your abilities, know your strengths, and look, strength, but know your strengths. Exactly. You're an infinite, source of this magic, of this potential here. Okay. So it doesn't always feel like that, especially when you're going through a divorce, a separation, a breakup, and you have to kick a guy out because he's a deadbeat, alcoholic loser. Okay. You know that you're not a loser. You're empowering yourself. You're making yourself stronger by being this fourth of strength, by having confidence in your voice and your ability to speak. Okay, this guy tries to use public displays. I feel like this guy tries to use public displays of, oh, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, I'm going to work. I'm so significant. Oh, yeah, I have a job. I'm employed. I don't care what you say, okay? At the end of the day, if you aren't working on the relationship and the abundance for the relationship, you're not working on shit, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this person is a workaholic. Now, you know how to craft, you know how to work your shit, you know how to do your thing, and someone needs to respect justice. Justice is coming in here big time. Law, you might have to sue for child support, and you might have to sue for alimony, because this person wants to say, oh, I had a job and you didn't, so you don't deserve anything. That's not what the law says. That's not what justice says. That's not what karma says. Okay, you're busted. You're busted. Okay, so you have the Nine of Pentacles. You have infinite strength. Okay, yes, we live in a society today, you know, where Trump is president and guys are douchebags. I just had to wait like an hour to fill up my gas tank because some guy didn't even bother to care that he was taking like a freaking hour. Like, jerk. Okay, but you have justice here. Okay, you made it. You survived it despite what this Eight of Pentacles was doing. You know, on a typical day when I'm talking about, like, you know, just career stuff or regular stuff, you know, I would say, you know, you're a hard worker, Sagittarius. You already know you're a hard worker. Nine of Pentacles. You make those checks. You make that money rain, right? Cash money, okay? You've got this. It's not your problem that this person is a workaholic. It's not your problem that this person doesn't value your relationship, doesn't value your hard work, doesn't value your strength and your courage and your confidence to fight for justice, to fight for what you deserve. This person is just a devaluing loser, okay? They're a workaholic. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. All they care about is work and money, right? And they will use work and money to hurt you, right? But you are separating yourself from them, right? I feel like you're already going through the divorce or the separation, whatever it is that you're going through. Yeah, Three of Swords. Yeah. I think you've already broken up with this person. I think there were three individuals in particular that kept stabbing you in the heart. They kept betraying your trust. They kept, you know, using the fact that you didn't have a lot of money when you first started out against you. Every time you need a resource or, you know, you're trying to work on your abundance, they try to come in and disrupt it, try to ruin it. They lie to you. They write on your calendar that, you know, they're going to help you out. They're going to support you. And then they don't. They're a betrayer. They're a liar. They're a Three of Swords energy. Okay, but you've been through the breakups. You've been through the betrayals. You've had it happen to you a million times in one. And you know what? You still come out stronger. You still come out with infinite strength here, infinite abundance here, justice here. Because at the end of the day, you've already won. I'm also getting like hush money. Yeah, Eight of Swords. This is hush money. Okay, they want you to be quiet. They want you to be silent. They don't want you to talk about your problems. They don't want you to tell the truth about what's going on in your life, Sagittarius. You're like, yeah, I'm not blind. I might look blind. I might, you know, like look like I'm tied up to something here that, you know, maybe to you stunts my growth, but really that would stunt your growth because you don't even know how to do what I do. Sagittarius, no one knows how to do what you do. You're the CEO. You're the fucking, you know, you're the fucking captain of your ship here. Okay, you're steering this thing in the right direction here. You're taking control here. They wanted you to silence you. They wanted you to tie you down. They thought they could keep you locked up, keep you hidden away from the public. Thought they could betray you, betray your trust, hurt you, humiliate you, try to give you hush money, try to silence you. That's not going to fly. The Hangman, that's not going to fly. It's alignment here. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person tried to use mental warfare, psychological warfare against you. The Magician was like, what? Right? The Magician in reverse is like, okay, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad, right? Like the Hangman and the Magician. I think the Magician is getting in the Hangman's position. He's like, oh, you want to play dumb? I can play dumb too. Look at me. Look at you. You're a fool. Yeah, look, Ace of Wands. Yep, Lovers in reverse. Yeah, you definitely had to divorce this person. They cheated on you. They betrayed you. They lied to you. They went behind your back. Yep. Yeah, Ace of Wands, fire, creativity, passion. Once you broke up with this person, once you ended these things with this person, a spark was lit. Like a fire was reignited. I feel like they like dumped water on your fire. You know, they dumped a lot of emotional garbage and baggage on you. You're not their therapist. You're not their shrink, Sagittarius. If you get with a guy who's like, oh, you can be my therapist, I'm like, you better pay me to be your therapist, but that's gonna ruin our relationship because I'm not your shrink. Like, that's not sexy, okay? Like, what is this, role play? No, I don't think so, okay? Also, this magician in reverse, this also tells me, like, somebody tries to tell you what their advice is, like a man, like a masculine male energy I'm getting. Like, he thinks because he has, like, so many followers, so many subscribers, like, he thinks that he can tell you how to live your life, Sagittarius. No, you can't. Okay, get yourself in the upright position because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. You know what I'm saying? Get your tray in the upright position. Like, we're about to fly here. Okay, King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person played psychological warfare with you. They tried to disrupt your mental clarity. They tried to make you feel insane or call you crazy or try to gaslight you, Sagittarius. You're not about that life. You're not about that life. Look, the Lovers in reverse, the Hangman. He's like, oh, I see you, right? Right, I see you. Like, I'm enlightened now. You may try to tie me up. You try to hold my hands behind my back. You might try to keep me from speaking my truth. But I'm going to let you know about this relationship. I'm going to let you know how I really feel. Okay? This is somebody who, this is a couple here that obviously, they're not working out. They're not working out because, you got this Nine of Swords person, like somebody who's really like in a deep, 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 dark place in their life and they don't want to get better. They want to stay stuck forever in this position. They don't want to seek help or seek clarity. They want to just keep on, the same path, the same trajectory. It's not going to fly. It's not going to work with you, Sagittarius. Look, the moon. Yep, the moon, Knight of Wands, Ace. Okay, yep, High Priestess and Ten of Cups. All right, at the end of the day, you have your happiness. You have your fairy tale bliss. You are, you go through phases, right? The High Priestess, she goes through phases. She devotes her life to her family and her loved ones and taking care of them and supporting them and keeping them happy and content. But who's keeping the High Priestess happy? Who's keeping you happy, Sagittarius? Because if you're doing all this work and you're making sure everyone else is happy, who's really there trying to boost you up and trying to make you feel good? You know what I'm saying? So I've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's universe, source, spirit. They're like, your abundance is coming here. Okay, don't worry about that. Your prosperity is coming here. You've got the Knight of Wands, a very intelligent, knowledgeable person that wants to come in and wants to be a part of your life. Okay, kind of like your knight in shining armor. They've got a lot going on. Okay, they've got the Seven of Cups. There is a lot they have to focus on. They have a lot of responsibilities, and things like that. But they still want to make time and effort and put energy and focus towards you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay, they're coming towards you. All right, you got Page of Cups. Yeah, an offer is being made here of more emotionally, satisfying relationships. Somebody who gels with you, who vibes with you, who understands your mood, the moon, and energy of moods. Okay, it's like, I know you're having a bad day. Okay, Sagittarius, but I want you to feel like a goddess. I want you to feel happy. High Priestess, goddess energy. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to feel happiness. I want you to feel source, spirit, universe is blessing you. I don't want you to feel alone or stagnant. I want you to feel like movement is being made here. This is just a phase, okay? Yes, you have to go through the phases, but at the end of the day, the moon is here to illuminate a light onto you, okay, High Priestess? And the High Priestess loves the moon energy, all right? It's got the goddess energy, maiden mother crone. It's like somebody who understands you as you go through your phases in life, okay? How you go through your energies in life, your emotions, your feelings, somebody who actually cares about your feelings, all right? Because these past losers, they didn't care about your feelings. All they care about themselves. But you've got the happy ending, okay? You got the fairy tale ending here. You got the Ten of Cups, full rainbows in the sky, emotional success here, emotional well-being here. You are a force to be reckoned with, Sagittarius. I guarantee that, okay? You deserve love. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have your feelings heard and seen and be respected, okay? Anybody who says differently doesn't belong in your life. All right, that's my message for you, Sagittarius. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye.